Talk to me about what you're trying to achieve here for children in the local area.
On this front, it's just to expose them to just football and being exposed to being at a professional club and getting free boots and free food, not having to pay for anything, no stumbling blocks along the way that are stopping you from playing football, which is normally the case when you're young or when you're coming from difficult areas. So to be able to put on a tournament that's just free for kids that can come and play and they can enjoy themselves, leave with free food, free boots, whatever, that's something that we would have dreamed of as young kids. That's the football side, but then more so it's just exposing them to opportunities outside of the world of football, outside of what is the norm in South London. Grateful to God to be in this position to do it, because so many people would love to do things like this. Tuna, sorry. Is it her again? That's two.
I feel like you're literally inspiring them from the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy, man.
Can we talk about that inspirational role that you play? Because, you know, your journey hasn't been straightforward. Turned down by 6 clubs before the age of 18, before QPR came in and gave you that chance. How do you communicate that to young people? Because that's like a film script.
Whilst you're going for it, you probably don't... I didn't understand what I was doing or why I was doing it, whether it was sensible. I just thought, I want to play football. I want to make it. I want to achieve my dream. And it's tough because when I speak about it, I realise that a lot of it isn't down to me. So I could easily be someone else, doing something else or whatever, but this is the path that was made for me, and it was my responsibility just to keep going, just to keep trying, to keep pursuing it. And I look at the ability to do things like this and to inspire people. That's what I want to do. Yeah, and I'm just so grateful for it.
Gareth Southgate, someone you know well, strong connections here to Crystal Palace. In fact, I think he opened this academy and training ground.
Yeah.
And he gave a speech a little while ago that a lot of people picked up on. He was talking about role models and saying you don't have to win a trophy to be successful. It's all about the person you are and, again, having resilience. And he talked about boys and young men not having those role models, those positive role models, and this toxic creep coming in of outside influences to boys and young men. What did you make of that speech?
I think it's true, man. That is something that we're lacking massively. Male role models, people that we can look up to actually show us what it means to be a man, what it means to strive for something, to become something, to make something of yourself, and that's something that we're definitely lacking now. Which is why even in my position, maybe there's certain things that I don't want to do, but I feel the obligation to do, because I understand what it means to people, what it means for a young person who's looking at me, how I live my life. It's important. People are watching and people look up to you. So again, it's not even just to inspire people here, it's to other people that are in my position. I want them to see and to understand, okay, this is what I'm doing it, but really you should be doing it where you're from. And we should all be trying to do the same type of thing and to inspire the youth and create a change, man, because it's needed.
We talk about children so much being on their phones now and social media. Do you have a view on that? Because so many people are asking for a ban on smartphones for under 16s, restricting social media. It's a new thing, isn't it? It wasn't really around when we were growing up. But I just wonder what you think about that and the effect it's having on kids.
I think it's incredible that we have these types of technologies and these types of things. So it's never to downplay that, but I don't think we understand the dangers of it either, because it is new, because it is something that we haven't experienced before. Sorry.
Don't worry, we'll put that on social media and that'll be the positive, uplifting content.
Come on, high fives. Respect. Boom. Nice.
Well done, guys.
See, there's more, sorry. Nice. Well done. Congrats. Big. Nice. Yes. Boom. See you later.
I mean, definitely don't mind the interview being interrupted by no. That's great. Go on,
What are we
girls.
talking about? We're talking about social media. Yeah, I don't think we know the damage. I don't think we understand it. And someone that's grown up with a bit of attention and there's eyes on you, I've experienced the difficulties of it. So it is tough. It is something that we definitely need to manage and figure out. We're still on that journey, but I think until we do, you're gonna see a lot of damage being done in our young people, because you look at some of them now, like having conversations with them, it's not how we were when we were younger. It's not the same.
You wanted to wear a special shirt on the bus today.
Yeah.
A 1990 kit. First of all, explain why you wanted that. Why did you want to wear that?
Obviously because it's Palace's history. They were in the final that year, as well as 2016 against Man United. So losing both of those games, I understand the pain of losing the final. I understand how much emotion goes into that. So to be able to pay a bit of homage to them, because they're the ones that have laid the foundation for us to be in this position to be playing in finals, be competing for stuff. So yeah, just to pay some respect to them, because they deserve it as much as us.
Yeah, a little nod to the history of the club and one of your heroes, Ian Wright, as well. But you had to search to find that shirt, didn't you? And there's a lovely story behind that, because you and your team were sort of putting out the word that you wanted this particular shirt, and a family got in touch. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so obviously we want an actual shirt from that year. So it was, we do. I've got one of those at home, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So my team managed to reach out, find someone who had it, and just hearing the story of the family about the granddad who had the shirt, who would wear the shirt, would come to all the games, was climbing over gates to get in to watch games and stuff like that. He was there at the final, who unfortunately passed away. They had the shirt above his grave for this final. So to be able to take that shirt to wear it on the bus, I was told it would have been special for him to see that. So I'm happy to have made that happen, and for us as well, we're grateful to have that type of connection with families and actual people that are supporting the club.
And finally, what's next for you? Can't sit down with you without asking. Everyone's wondering what's going to happen to you over the summer. How are you feeling about that? Because the next step for you is going to be a big one, whatever your decision is. How are you feeling?
If I'm honest, I'm trying not to even think too much about it, because I feel like I don't know what could happen in the summer. I don't know what will happen. Similar to last season, there's loads of talk and all this type of stuff, so you never know how things will go. My mentality is I always trust God, I always trust the journey and the path where I'm meant to be, I'll be, and I'll continue to be the best version of myself. And as long as I'm doing that, that's all I can do.